And this is where Jesus in Matthew 16 declares to the council of gods, still ruling from the council of gods recorded in Psalms 82 over the 70 nations, as talked about in Deuteronomy 32:8, that he is going to build his church. And he's declaring to them at their most holy mountain that was usurped away from God originally in the rebellion, because they have authority over the earth for a time through the council of gods that Satan sits above to be like God, because he counterfeits everything, says Isaiah 14 instructs us on, and that he's saying, I'm going to build my church and there's nothing you can do about it. And you don't even know what that means at this point, right? And then when you get into 1 Peter 3, when he's in the grave, you start to get a lot more answers on this, because he's talking to the spirits in this pit prison in Tartarus, or in the pit prison, and in a different dimension while he's in the grave. And what he's telling them, this is my adding, and then I'll back it up to it, but it's my speculation here, that when I resurrect on the Sunday, your rebellion is officially over and humankind will be raised up to reach their destiny. You have failed. You have not prevented that from happening. And he then, as we look at Colossians 2 and Ephesians 4, and then we get the full account that Paul is quoting from in Psalm 68, Jesus is going to make a spectacle of these angels and demons that are in the pit prison and march them to Mount Hermon, and pronounce over them what's going to happen to them. That's where I get my speculation when I just do the short version of 1 Peter 3, when he's in the grave talking to the spirits as to what he's saying. And it's a complete event. I encourage people to read all of those passages to put it together, because you just don't get it all out of 1 Peter 3. But once you understand how Scripture works, it supports itself if you let it, and you're not doing any manipulation. You're just putting the same locations, the same beings, and the same entities together with details of that same event, and it's amazing what you'll find when you do that. So yeah, this is a location, and at the foot of Mount Hermon as well, on the Golan Heights, is Gilgal Raphaim. What does that mean? Wheel of the giants, wheel of the demon spirits. It has over 100 portals there, 100 domens. Domen is the word for a portal. And it is like two stones for the most part like this, and a capstone in the old way. We see it in Masonic symbolism as doorways in that triptych type of architecture that they have.